We have a lot of bugs going around right now. We have coronavirus, we have the flu, and we have
Cyberpunk 2077.
the buggiest year, 2020.
Everyone, welcome back to AsArt. Nick John post 3 videos a week. Head over to AsArt.space for the audio and video links. Today we're talking about Cyberpunk 2077, the release, the little bit that I've played so far, and just really the bugs and how much it's caused, all the stir it's got. So Nick, Did you know anything about this other than I've been really looking forward to this?
Not at all.
So you guys, I remember seeing the first trailer. Though. I showed this to my students so much when the first teaser trailer came out, I think 2015. It was just one of the coolest teaser trailers I've ever seen. They used a lot of photogrammetry, really cool stuff to do the turnaround. Check out the 2077 teaser trailer if you haven't seen it before and the behind the scenes making of. But basically, this is the company that made The Witcher 3, The Witcher series. And this is their first major release in a new setting. And it was like $800 million of pre-order, alone. And that's not even people that are buying it, right now. But it was delayed 4 times. They had a crazy crunch period and they just released it. And while it's a technological marvel, they really needed more time to kind of patch up and make it look better, or not run better, less bugs and crashes and funkiness going on. So some of the things you'll get if you're playing the game, you might just walk by people and they'll just pop back into a T-pose and then go back. Or you'll talk to someone and their lips will move.
Awesome.
But even it can be really, and it's so weird. In this game, you can give your male character junk. Like you can choose and people have posted pictures of their junk flopping out of their pants and going back in. It's just hilarious bugs and stuff like that. And The Witcher 3 had kind of some of this as well. But
you were able to pick the size of his junk in The Witcher 3?
No, you weren't able to do that. But so the crazy thing about this game is there's so much into it. It's a technological marvel. It looks absolutely beautiful. It uses real-time ray tracing. It uses all these technological things.
What about the mirrors, though?
Oh, yeah. So this is like a funny little thing. But so you can walk up to a mirror and your reflection is not in the mirror. You have to actually press a button and then you see yourself in the mirror because real-time reflections are really expensive. And so they're like, all right, we'll just add this into the world. The mirrors don't work unless you actually activate the mirror. So it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny stuff. But the bugs I've gotten so far is like a lot of times you'll talk to someone and their mouth won't move. You just hear the audio. But a lot of people have gotten it to where like quests don't work or people that you need to talk to won't show up in the world. So like game-breaking bugs where if you didn't save, you have to roll back, until your last save and play it again and hopefully it'll activate correctly.
And most of the errors are on the PS5 and stuff like that, right?
It's
on the consoles, right?
No, I mean that's the biggest thing right now is this is supposed to be Xbox One, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox. So the consoles that it was announced for, like the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4, it's almost unplayable on. So today, like 60 frames per second is your target frame rate. Yeah. Like if you want a smooth experience, this will drop down in certain scenes in the launch PlayStation 4 and the launch Xbox One. It'll be like 15, 20 frames per second. And it will look bad. It looks like really, really bad. So basically what happened is they set the goals on the technology beyond what these consoles can do. So if you have a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series X, it's going to look good. It's going to run good. But if you have older PlayStation 4s or Xbox One, it's a mix based on what version of the console you have. And the main thing is just it's a lot of people are really upset because the majority of people are playing on consoles and you can't really get a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series X right now. So you're playing on older hardware and it doesn't run well. And $800 million of pre-sales, pre-orders, and that's what they're playing on. So myself, I'm playing on a PC because I'm a nerd and I don't have by any means an updated, kind of current PC. I do have a good graphics card. I have a 2080, so I can turn on some of the nice ray tracing and things like that. I'm on a 6700K i7, so it's several generations back, like 4 or 5 generations back as far as CPU. I fall within like the high category, so I get a good, I can't max it out. No one can max it. Even if you have a $1,500 graphics card, if you try and run it at 4K, it's still going to run choppy if you're running at native resolution, which is crazy to think about. But really, really cool stuff. So you guys, we're throwing up you've probably been seeing it for a while now. We've been overlaying video footage of gameplay as I've just been walking through. This is the very beginning, so I've just been looking around, just enjoying the sights, adjusting the graphics settings and stuff like that. But
Nick, you're kicking butt, John. You just threw a grenade, man.
I'm talking great. Oh, you got into fighting scenes, but it is really cool. It's just crazy that they kind of tried to put all kinds of genres together. And the biggest thing I kind of miss is this is all first person. So they let you customize your character, but you never see your character in the game. Whereas the Witcher games were third person, so you're always Geralt, but you always see Geralt. So it's so funny. So you can customize your character, but you don't see him. It's just kind of funny that that's the case.
That's so funny.
But obviously, they're probably over in Poland working like crazy to try and patch this game. I'm sure at some point it's going to... The Witcher 3 was very buggy when it came out, not to this extent. And it ran well on the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One, which were new consoles at the time. So it ran way better than this does on the old consoles. But when it's patched, it's probably going to be a great game. I don't think it's going to be nearly as good as The Witcher's as far as story and content. 1 second, my cam went out. I don't think it's going to be nearly as good as far as overall story and content, just because that the novels for The Witcher were just, really good basis to build off of. But really, really cool world, but something worth talking about just because of the crunch time and the creativeness. And really, honestly, what it really I enjoyed is like a few weeks ago, I watched the movie Dread with Carl Urban, and oh man, it's like playing Dread. It really is. Like you have the beat up scenery and stuff like that. Really, really cool stuff.
Dude, what if Carl Urban played Batman? Anyways, guys, we have a deep fake of that if you want to check that out.
He is a great Batman potential too, though, yeah.
I mean, come on. Dread's basically Batman with the mask and everything. More gameplay. I'm 100% more gameplay than
Nintendo and things like that.
Effects. Right? I'm a big into just, Zelda, Battle for Middle-earth 2.
Check out that video we just dropped on that, yeah.
I mean, like, I'm into... I don't need to go too complicated. I used to play Halo, and now we get killed too quickly, where it just I was just like, I don't want to play it. I don't even get a chance to play. So I've always strayed towards like Mario Go-Kart games, very simple games. And for me now, especially because I travel a lot for work and stuff, a Switch for me is my go-to. I do have Boot Camp on my Mac, so I do have a Steam account. Me and John will play games every now and then, but my computer's not the highest with graphics, so I'm not trying to get a game for the graphics. I'm just getting games I can laugh and
for fun
and
have
fun
enjoy
with.
Yeah,
so. But this game looks freaking incredible. It gets me so excited for the future of technology. Like just seeing this and like seeing what they've been doing with the Mandalorian with the whole Unreal Stagecraft, and the backgrounds and live stuff. It just gets me more pumped for the future of visual effects, for gaming, for everything, and just pushing the boundaries. Like I can't wait to see like a virtual reality game get this close with the way things look and looking around and stuff like that.
In the bit I was playing, I really thought like we were driving around a car, or I was driving around a car. I'm like, man, this would be so cool to look left and right, and you're actually wearing a VR headset and you're just looking around. That would have been so cool. But yeah, I mean, that's going to hit eventually, right? I mean,
so I'm super excited just for where technology's going.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm all for pushing the boundaries.
Yeah. This game is definitely one of those games. It's kind of a technology pusher. It's going to push the technology and have people upgrade.
Nice.
That being said, it is the second most buggy game I've ever played in my life.
The first being...
The first one was Quest for Glory 4, probably about 20 years ago. So it's been a long time. I mean, we're talking we're talking ships on 8 floppy disks or something like that. So I mean, it's been a long time since I've seen a game this buggy. So awesome. That being said, they tried to deliver everything in the kitchen sink, and feature creep and trying to do too much can be a danger. But I'm sure it's going to be a great product when it's all done. So. Guys, if you've been playing Cyberpunk 2077, we'd love to hear your experiences. Mine hasn't been that bad, but I'm not that far in the game. If I find that it's really buggy, I might just put it away for a number of months until it's patched. Like I don't feel like I have to play it right away. I'm not one of those people that has to play things day one. Even our friend Nick, he started playing it today, sat down, he's like, you know what? I'm putting this away for 6 months. He's like, I had a quest that I had to load a whole older save game, and then I crashed 3 times. Like, I'm done, So
dang.
Yeah. So
you know what, Nick? Nick, there's a game called Battle for Middle Earth 2.
Oh, we should get him on there. That's right, Nick. Battle for Middle Earth 2. Well, I'll say Nick, and I'll hear two. What? Anyway, guys, let us know if you've been playing Cyberpunk, or what you think about games that are kind of released a little bit ahead of the fact, or if buggy games and patching it afterwards. Check out AsArt.space for the audio and video links. We'll see you on the next AsArt.